One afternoon, the local cops received an anonymous phone call from an old lady who was worried about her 5-year-old granddaughter. When asked about further details, she told the child had lost all kinds of communication with her from North Carolina. She requested the authorities to conduct a welfare check at the child's house. On hearing such news and finding no one related to the little girl, the Defense Department decided to take a look at the daycare teacher in the area along with them. The age of the child clearly indicates she had only been to preschool. Miss Tracy Harrell, the daycare teacher, agreed to accompany without any hesitation. In fact, the sudden disappearance of the little girl left her astonished. The girl was her favorite kid, who always kept everyone happy around her. Nobody had a clue how the inclusion of Miss Tracy in the task force would prove to be the leading point of the investigation. The next day, the cops and Miss Tracy arrived on time at the destination. The house was clearly devoid of any human existence. It was painted in white and blue, but still gave a creepy appearance. On investigation from the neighborhood, it was concluded nobody had been seen entering or exiting the place in the last few days. On hearing this, the cops decided to break in. But before that, Miss Tracy and the cops called out the little girl's name aloud. What they heard in reply was an ultimate surprise. There was a definite response to the calls made. A child's voice was pleading for help from the inside. According to the previously known situation and the girl's answer, there was now a questionable scenario. Is she actually in danger? Would breaking in cause her any harm? However, the cops had no option but to break into the place. Covered in dirt and submerged into the dark, the place looked haunted. Moreover, the child's cry was unstoppable. Taking the precautionary measures, the cops and Miss Tracy followed it and entered a bedroom. There was still no sign of anyone, but one thing was for sure. The origin of the sound was from this room only. On the girl's next call, it was confirmed that it was coming from the closet. The locks were immediately broken and the closet had the most heart-wrenching view. A little girl with her legs folded, covered in dirt, was crying for help. Her hair had been shaved off from the scalp. She had bruises over her neck. The face had cuts along with burnt marks. The girl was shivering in fear until she recognized her teacher, Miss Tracy. This gave her a sense of security and she immediately landed into Miss Tracy's arms. The little girl's voice was saying, "I love you, Miss Tracy," was still fresh in her memory. It took no time for Tracy to recognize the innocent face, the bright eyes and curls. On finally having to escape, the little fellow was overloaded with happiness. Meanwhile, Tracy's next question left everyone agonized in pain. Tracy began asking if the girl had had breakfast. She said no. Miss Tracy rushed in with 2 more questions, finally reaching a conclusion that she hadn't had access to food or water in a long time. This was a surprise, an inhuman act. The girl was locked in a closet, in a horrible condition without anything to eat or drink. Luckily, cops were able to invade the place within time. They were also able to involve Miss Tracy, who was familiar with the girl, and helped to rescue her out of the torture cell. Sometimes things can get out of hand, and you're forced into unfavorable scenarios. In such situations, do not give up. Call out for help, take safety measures, and most importantly, stay optimistic. Never lose the will to live.